Let's welcome Dave Baker, Chief of Douglas County Fire District 2, into the NCW Live studios today. We're here to get somewhat of a state of the district report from you, Dave.
Yep, that's
A
correct.
lot of exciting things happening in
Yes, right.
East Wenatchee area and within your district. And first of all, for our viewers, maybe you can familiarize with the boundaries of the district and who you serve.
So the boundaries of the district in general to the south go down to Crescent Bar. The railroad trestle down there is our southern boundary. You come back to the north is Turtle Rock and then up to the base of Badger Mountain.
What are we talking about in terms of population?
33,545.
That's grown quite a bit.
That's grown substantially. I think in the last 10 years it's 17%, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's growing, and we are growing by leaps and bounds everywhere.
And you're going through some pains as a result of that, too.
We're going through some pains. We're going through growing pains. We went to the voters and got funding for various things, and we're trying to implement as much as we can. Right?
And while you go, you're trying to build up that bankroll too, huh?
Build up the bankroll, because eventually we're going to be spending a lot of money on staffing, facilities, and apparatus. Yes.
Now you put out a monthly or a quarterly newsletter
Yes.
here for the district residents, and in this newsletter, and that's what kind of prompted me to give you a call,
Yeah.
because I saw this the facilities needs.
Yes.
And maybe you can outline for our viewers what it is that where the shortfall is and where you need improvement.
Oh, I don't know if we have enough time. Yeah, our newsletter is new, and I thank one of our volunteers for helping us put this together. But in the chief's message, the Connect with the Chief is the facilities portion of it. Our main station on Eastmont is 23 years old or something like that. That's our new station.
The one on Eastmont.
On Eastmont. Out in Rock Island, we have a station that was built in, I believe, 1965.
Okay.
It can only house one firefighter, and it barely fits one of our older fire trucks. And then the airport fire station is owned by the airport. We share it with them. So we do not have the facilities now for those 33,000 people. We need to expand. So
So you have a strategic plan going forward?
right, moving forward, we do. We are moving forward. In fact, this week, I got closing documents on property out in the North End, where as soon as that's done, it should be done by the end of this month. We will start in earnest on the design and building of the new fire station.
So where is the property?
Northwest Cascade and Northwest 35th.
Now, is there a logistical advantage to having the station in that location?
Yes. If you're familiar with the North End project, yes, it's a big project. And it's slated for growth right there. It's in that huge field, vacant field, that whole area out there on both sides of the old Bastion Bridge. It's slated for growth. When that came to fruition, or they started doing that, we knew we were needing to get a piece of property for future development.
Now, is this going to replace an existing facility or just add to your inventory?
No, we're adding to the inventory.
Okay, so it'll be a fourth.
It'll be
Station.
It will be Station 4, correct?
Okay. Now, what is it that can you give us maybe an idea of how it will be designed? Or what it is that you...
We had some conceptual drawings, and it's going to be a big station. In fact, I think all of our stations are going to be big as we build them, because we're going to design them for career staff, our resident program, and our volunteers, who are our backbone. So we need room for those people to be there. Right now we're looking at, similar to Station 1, 3 bays, drive-through, with firefighters' quarters on one side, meeting room, possibly administration offices on the other side. We're still trying to decide whether we want to move administration out there and turn Station 1 on Eastmont into a training station.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you add a fourth station, that means more staff.
Or staff.
Okay, so how's that coming along, and what's the plan there?
It's come along fine. I was on vacation a week and a half ago, and we hired 3 lateral firefighters, which is mentioned in the newsletter. And the reason why the commissioners and the administration, we agreed to hire lateral firefighters, is because we're growing, Steve. we need that experienced firefighters out there. So we figured we'll bring in 3 firefighters this year. They should start on June 1st.
Mhm.
And then next year, we're gonna hire 5 new firefighters. So next year, we will have more than doubled our staffing in the last 3 years.
Oh, wow. That's
wow.
amazing.
It's huge. We've gone from 9 firefighters when I first got there to 20.
Well, I'll tell you what, East Wenatchee area is growing in leaps and bounds.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just got a notice from the planning department on a new 66 lot subdivision that's gonna go in up,
Yeah.
up by Costco, up 3rd Street there.
Mhm.
And I know that, well, not only that, but East Wenatchee now is becoming a high-rise city with the
Right.
new hotel that's
The new
going in there
hotel.
too. So
Yeah.
firefighting's taking on a whole new face, I think.
Yeah. Well, the hotel brings into, just reiterates the fact that we need a ladder truck. You know, the last time we talked,
Yeah?
which was several years ago, I said we needed a ladder truck, and we were.
This is
that's-
just part of the bond, right?
Right, just prior to the bond,
Yeah.
and that's part of this station. We need a new ladder truck, up to $1 million. We needed another fire truck, not a replacement, a new one, and then replace another one. So we're growing.
But in terms of financing all of these new improvements,
Mhm.
you're not gonna be going out to the voters again.
No, let me clarify that.
Sure.
So the bond, when we increased our levy,
Mhm.
we did it in a 6-step increase, and it'll top out in 2021, I believe.
Okay.
During that time, it's allowed us to put money away for the new station, and we will not be able to build a station on what we're putting away. Money away for the fire trucks and the firefighters.
Okay,
So
I
we're,
got you.
we're able to pay for the firefighters, and that's good. But our fire stations will cost anywhere from $3 to $5 million
Mhm.
a piece. So what our levy lid lift did was allow us, we will bond, but it's called a non-voted bond, if I'm getting that
Okay.
term right. That means we can go out and borrow money, but we have the revenue to pay those bond payments.
More like a tax anticipation note then.
I don't know what that is, but
Okay.
you know, we can, right now, we can afford to make the
Based on
payment.
expected revenues.
Right, we can afford to pay it. But going back to the public, not for an increase in our taxes, but I can see the district doing what's called a refresh. Because with the Tim Eyman initiative,
Mhm.
747 or whatever it
Mhm.
was, as soon as we top out, we begin to drop off. Because you're only allowed to increase your budget by 1%.
I see.
So you don't have, it doesn't take long to do the math when your revenue is only 1% and your annual growth is 3%. We start cutting back on what we can purchase, our purchase power, and when we can replace things.
Okay.
But that is not an increase. It's just getting to that level and maintaining it. That's why we call it a refresh.
Now, as I understand it, you are partnering, aren't you, with the Chelan County Port District with regard to the station at the airport?
Yes. Yeah, did you see the
I did.
classy chassis?
Yes.
Isn't that a beautiful truck?
It is.
That, I don't know exactly, but that's probably about a $750,000 apparatus.
Nice.
The FAA paid for a substantial amount of it, from what I understand. But if you go up to the airport up there, they had to add on, no, they had to remodel the station up there just to fit that in there. The station that's up there now is adequately undersized. It's not good for a staffed
Mhm.
fire department, if you will. And they are looking at building another fire station, possibly on the other side of the airport by Executive Flight.
I see. Okay.
So, and we will discuss it with them if we want to cross-staff it or whatever. But yes, they do own that.
And then we talked a little bit about staffing. I know that we're on the cusp of the wildfire season.
Yes.
How are you set up with volunteers and other wildlife firefighters then?
We just put through, I think, 8 more volunteers we're bringing on, and then we just accepted into the program, I believe, 4 more residents. So our resident firefighters, there's the one that we bring on for a couple of years. We provide them education, training at the fire academy, EMT certification and wildland certification. In turn for that, they work for us. They work shift just alongside with the career firefighters.
Okay,
And our expectations for those individuals at the end of the 2 years, they get hired away. We bring them up that way.
understand.
But we've got another 4 of those coming on, so it's supplementing the staffing that we have on shift. We're running 4 to 5 guys on a shift now. And a year and a half ago, we were at 3.
Right, right. Well, again, we're talking with Douglas County Fire District 2 Chief Dave Baker about the future plans for the district and some exciting and ambitious new facility plans going forward. Anything you'd like to add before we let you go?
No, I'm really excited now for the new station. Steve, it's been a long process. I'm learning a lot. I was hoping to have everything started by October of last year, but we should break ground hopefully by this late summer, early fall. So it's going to be very exciting to see that station go up.
Fantastic. I don't know, are you going to be participating in the Touch a Truck event coming up?
I believe we have somebody signed up for it, and we'll have a rig there, yes.
Fantastic. That's always a lot of fun to get kids involved.
I know.
Hey, thanks a lot, Dave, for dropping
Thank you,
by.
Steve, very
and,
much.
And good luck with your plans.
Thank you very much.
Steve Hare, NCW Live News.